Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we'd like to begin this lesson by giving all glory, all honor, and all praises unto Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, giving double honors, double unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who surely do rule well. To the men standing by the highways and byways pushing this doctrine, we like to say Shalom.
Shalom.
And even unto the sincere Akwat, the sisters who sit listening to these lessons in silence, subjection, and obedience unto their husbands, we like to say Shalom. Right, a couple of brothers here gathered together from the heralds of YAHAWASHI camp, brother and brother Maya Sha'ala. We're going to get into today. It's an edifying topic, Lord willing. This lesson is edifying. The title here, YAHAWASHI is coming to save the elect from himself. Right? First precept, you better have it.
The book 2 Thessalonians 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with power to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord YAHAWASHI shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not power, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach,
Good.
who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power, when he shall come to be glorified in his saints and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day.
And who were the men that believed were the elect, right? You see, YAHAWASHI is coming. He's coming simultaneously to save and to destroy men who dwell on the earth. And what we understand is that the elect, again, as the verse 10, because our testimony among you was believed, right? You were what? Hid from this judgment, right? Because again, that is the plea that the whole of humanity is going to make toward YAHAWASHI, right? Read Revelation 6, if you could go from verse 15.
The book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said unto the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
Come on. Men saying they would rather a mountain drop on top their head than have to look at the Lamb. They were afraid. Everybody in the earth gonna say that when he comes, right? Everybody in the earth gonna say that. Everybody is gonna be afraid. Even the elect will, and we're gonna bring that out. We read in this Revelation 6 again, and something? Yeah. Revelation 6 again, reading from verse 15 in the AMP. Then the kings of the earth and the great men and the military commanders and the wealthy and the strong and everyone, every demographic of people, whether slave or free, hid themselves in the caves and among the rocks of the mountain. So we see in the scene in which YAHAWASHI coming back is going to be like a horror show, right? And they called to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne. So the whole plea and supplication of the men who will receive the judgment is to what? Hide. Please conceal us from this man and from his wrath. Right? Adam in the garden hiding? Hiding from the Lord. Everybody going to be hiding in that day. Right? And from the righteous wrath and indignation of the Lamb, for the great day of their wrath and vengeance and retribution has come. And who is able to face and stand? Face power to water and stand before the wrath of the Lamb. No one. So what the plea and the supplication of every man that dwelt on the earth at that time, in that scenario, in that scene, in Bozrah, what was the plea? To hide. We would rather him not see us. But you know what happened for the elect? They were hid. Colossians,
You are hidden in Mashiach.
yeah, you are dead and your life is hidden in Mashiach, you know it. Colossians 3,
Is that the next one?
that are Matthew 24.
No. To the alienation you were past Isaiah 24.
Isaiah 24. What? Because they were held in the chariot. They received not of the plagues. Not Isaiah 24, Isaiah 26, 20.
26, right? I'm told
Yep.
The Colossians, yeah, that right time.
Yeah.
The Colossians 3 and read from 1. If ye then be risen with a Mashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth.
Right.
For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in Yahweh, because the scripture says like Micah 2:10.
But what is it?
I think it's Micah 2:10. Hold on, Micah 2:10. Right, yes. There are Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart.
Salak. Yeah. Go ahead.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So the elect in these times rather put will put all their faith and trust in the Lord YAHAWASHI and Mashiach, because they know putting the faith and trust in man leading to nowhere but the wrath and the lamb.
Yeah, all your golden goose eggs in one basket. And you're going to wrath them in the day of judgment. Lord willing, you get a chance to pull down it.
All your gold and silver coins, you're paying in one basket.
In one, we putting everything, we all bets on YAHAWASHI, because if not...
It's a men who are backup plan and thing out here. If you back when the whole spiritual conscientious movement that hit its heights in 2020, like
around them years, yeah.
2020, so late 2021, if it didn't even reach that far. I don't think it reached that far. Can't remember if it didn't reach that far. But all men they put their hopes and things in the sun,
the aliens, the Anunnaki, the sun, fucking all kind of shit.
Mad fucking shit, and all they realize the plan backfire. But the elect put the golden goose eggs in one basket in the Lord and then move them from there yet. They don't care how it looking. It's staying right there. Because however bad it reach, that is the plan.
Mm-hmm.
That is the plan. The Lord said, a time never yet seen.
That Daniel 12, a time never before seen.
Right, what I get. They Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael... Sure.
If not
well, I never won since. I don't know. I think
it's one in Matthew 24,
yeah. A time never seen. Time seen. A time that never was in true time.
Is it Daniel 12? Let's see. I'll cross reference it for you.
Matthew 24.
Take Matthew 24:21.
Yes, to order. It's Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So we know shit coming.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't gonna back down, our brothers, the ways of the elect. We're not gonna back down because shit coming, because this is what we expected. The Lord said He warned me of these things before they come, so that what might be no trouble in those days.
Right. So as you're saying, right, the elect hid. The elect will not suffer the wrath that YAHAWASHI is bringing upon the earth. You wanted it in Isaiah 26?
Yeah, Isaiah 26 and 20.
Yep. Book of Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. Come, my people, is Galatians 6:16, years old of God, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. The Lord's wrath is gone, right? For behold, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. The Lord is bringing judgment. He come to convince all the ungodly of the ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed. That is what Yahawashi is coming here to do, to render rebuke and judgment. Isaiah 66 and 14. Render his rebuke with flames and fire. Come on. They Matthew 24, because again, the elect are the ones who will be hid from this. So you're talking about you are dead and your life is hidden in Mashiach. But we're going to go on with the dead ones. Matthew 24 from 27. For as the light cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. So the carcass is who? The dead ones. The corpse is the elect. Them dead to this world. What? And the eagles being whom? The chariots, the angels. They're going to pick the elect up and press them out of here before Yahawashi start zapping the place. You will not be partakers in the judgment, as Romans 11 says. Right? Yeah, you could bring it.
The book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Right.
What then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blind. In the scripture so about what the election according to grace and the Lord had not left unto us a remnant, we shall have been like unto Sodom and Gomorrah.
So not being like, having that remnant, meaning what? The nation of Israel would not have been wiped out as Sodom and Gomorrah was wiped out. So that means what? Some men in Ghana get wiped out. It's simple. The elect.
A remnant, by the way.
Yep, a very small remnant, which even in of itself is a great number. John says an innumerable number.
Which he could not number. Same
Right?
with Ezra's a number he couldn't number.
Yeah, so what? Again, the nation of Israel, the elect specifically were hid from his wrath, right? And just as in Revelation 16, those people were afraid and they begged to be hid from the wrath, so even shall the elect be afraid, right? Because Revelation 11, I'm going to read from verse 13. Yeah, you have it?
Okay.
Yeah, Revelation 11 and 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, right? So the result of the nuclear blast.
Read from 12.
Verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Which is Revelation 18 say, Come out of her, my people, and be not partakers of her sins.
For the sins have reached unto
Heaven.
and
Power had remembered her iniquities. Yeah? And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000.
complete number, man. And nobody that can be there when this is happen and live.
Yep.
So that's why the Lord had to come and save save his elect from himself. Because I know when elect man stand up inside of that and everything.
Who shall be able to stand? Or even scriptures talk about the day of the Lord, who can abide in it. You can't survive in them days, right? And the remnant, the elect, the only ones who were hid, who didn't suffer his wrath, were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. Reading this in the NLT, in the AMP. And in that very hour there was a great earthquake, and a tenth of the city fell and was destroyed. 7,000 people were killed in the earthquake, and the rest who survived were overcome with terror. And they glorified the power of heaven as they recognized his awesome power. He's the one sending the destruction. They have a right to be afraid. The Most High is scary. I think it says it's 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians 5:11. You can even read from 10. Yep.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of a Mashiach,
Yep.
and everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he had done.
And being before that seat, you'll be shitting in your pants and quaking in your boots, because what about if the works that you had wrought brought forth the fruit of judgment unto death? Go ahead.
Whether it be good or bad, knowing therefore the terror of Yahweh,
We persuade men. So what we know the elect are afraid of Yahawashi. They have to be. Go ahead.
but we are made manifest unto power, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciousness.
And we know the things that Yahawashi coming to do, the war crimes he ready to commit, is, and we say war crimes to Esau, is acts of heroism to the elect, but war crimes to Esau. The war crimes he ready to commit, gonna have men shit in their pants. As just was.
We learn this night.
Yeah.
Shit just want me dropping on the leg.
Yeah, they shall be as dung upon the earth. Second is just 13 and 11. And this was a judgment administered by Yahawashi. And they were all mixed together.
Alright, I thought they are going 16. You say who is me?
No, well, that you can bring that one.
Okay.
They were all mixed together. Second is just 13 11. The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke, right? So the judgment in which Yahawashi administered unto the armies of the earth, Revelation 19, right?
Revelation 12 as well.
Yep. When I saw this, I was afraid. The elect afraid of Yahawashi and the shit he gonna do to this earth.
Keep going.
Afterward, I saw the same man come down from the mountain, who man stand up upon a mountain, and called unto him another peaceable multitude, and there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, and some of them were bound. What Luke 19:27, those who would rather that I would not reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. Which is Isaiah speaks about he will plead with his people.
I'm going to tell I would plead it. I don't mean, let me read it. How shall I not come back here as the King of Kings, the Lord our Lords, as our God, to beg people to reign? This is the begging period here.
This is it. Come, let us reason together.
Why that he be formed? Right here is the begging period. See, when he come back, time for begging done.
So what?
He's going to slay you.
Right. So
Or
what?
he's going to send people like Michael and Gabriel and Raphael to
David
slay you.
can
David
chop
is
off
going to
your-
slay you.
Oh, so what?
John going to slay you. James is going to slay you.
Some were sorry. So some men were afraid, and some of them were bound, and others some brought of them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awaked and said, Thou hast showed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer. Because what if he's sick just from dreaming it? You could imagine having to see that. The elect afraid.
Keep reading. Read to 16.
Yep. Show me now yet the interpretation of the dream. For as I conceive in mine understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days.
Destruction. When they go into that word, that means destruction.
So if Yahawashi come and he reach upon the earth to bring that destruction, and he see it and he pass it, you're going to shit bricks. Shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind, ones who were just dead. Again, what that Matthew 24, when it talk about your where the carcass, so wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. When you continue to read down, it goes on to say that Yahawashi, when he appeared, the tribes of the earth mourned in him. They will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Why? What is so scary about the coming of Yahawashi that what he should save the elect from himself? Because he's going to destroy everything in his path. He's going to wipe out the inhabitants of the earth who would not hear him. That is what Yahawashi is coming here to do. Yeah, the second Ezra 16.
In 2 Ezra 16 and 17, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
Uh-huh.
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the
Revelation 19:11. In righteousness doth he judge and what? Make war. He's bringing the last war to the earth. Yeah?
The beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, get that real quick. Ephesians 5:14.
Ephesians 5:14, real quick. Right? Wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and a Mashiach shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Walk with your head on a spiritual swivel. Don't just stand up and be idle and dumb.
Because circumspect, go back to circumference, so you see me, say circum go back to circumference, and spec goes into vision, so you see the whole scope of the play.
Right, you're always watchmen. Come on, your life can.
Watchmen unto the house of Israel.
Yeah, Isaiah 62:6. I have made their watchmen unto the house of Israel. Sorry, I've set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. Made their watchmen as Ezekiel 3:17. Because what? When you have to think about it, if you ain't watching, your life will pass before you. And then what? The next time you really see your life is because it flashed before your eyes, because now you're dead. That is not.
You got to flash before your eyes, and you see that flash in the sky.
And a flash he coming for as lightning shining from the east.
Even unto the west.
Come on, flash. He coming in a flash as fast as lightning could strike. That is speed he coming out and faster than that. You just gotta look up in the sky and just boom, dead. Come on, man. And you know he coming to kill men. Revelation 1:7. Even they that pierced them, all eyes shall see him. What? The elect are afraid. YAHAWASHI is coming to save the elect from himself.
Isaiah 63, get after. Finish. Yeah,
See, you see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. It's to send his son here to destroy this place. Isaiah 63. Yep.
Isaiah 16, continuing. The beginning of evils, and what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges
For amendment. Now is that your payment, your penance for your sins, Isaiah 63. And I'll just read verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. The day of vengeance is in the heart of YAHAWASHI.
Read from the top, Jacob.
Read from the top?
Because the whole point of the video, the Lord coming to save the elect
from
himself.
Yeah. Let me read what you're going to do.
In Bozrah. What we going to do in Bozrah? Because Bozrah is what? The chief city of Edom.
Right.
And the capital of Edom. The Lord head in there.
Okay.
Whoever they, the Lord is going to do this to them. Go ahead.
Yeah, Isaiah 63 from 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Bozrah, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength?
In the chariot.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save in righteousness, doth he judge and make war, and do to make our judgment, he had to speak and pronounce men judgments. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. Salakia, really shall I read this from the top? And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all mine raiment.
Same message that echoed in Revelation 19 and 30, and was clothed with a vest that
Dipped in blood.
This is why it is dipped in blood.
Right?
He's going to kill a large, I say I mean a large majority of people. But like when YAHAWASHI finish with what he do, he death toll and surpass the death toll of history combined them.
Yeah. He ultimate slave master, ultimate killer, and again more we know the kills go back straight to Yahweh. If you could give me that in Amos 3:6. Verse 4 here, for the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. Because so what?
You're right when I say to you, and anyone I want to know.
Is it?
The one I want to was 47.
Well, bring it still? Or forget that?
Yeah, read 3, 47, and 3.
Yeah, the Isaiah 47 and verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So the Lord is coming here to bring wrath and holy hell on this place, right? And what the elect have a right to be afraid because of the things they know that Yahawashi is coming here to do. The Amos 3.
Scripture says, "But we are from the terror, the Lord will persuade men."
Yeah. Yep. You read it.
It's, Amos 3 and 6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid.
Right, and Yahawashi then shall he send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet.
So like, not be afraid, because be not afraid that you not be afraid.
Right, because what? He's sending the angels with the great sound of a trumpet. We know he coming here and he's going to make a loud noise. And every time people hear a loud noise, they get bummy. They're going to be bummy at his sight. Shall there be evil in a city, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi had not done it because he's bringing the evil to this city? Surely Yahweh power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. So what? We have this secret here. And what we and Salakia, the elect, rather, have a right to be afraid. And the glad they had, Lord willing, you will be a part of the number. You will not be a partaker in this judgment. What? He chose the ones he wanted to save. They Luke 10 and verse 20, right? Notwithstanding in this, rejoice not. In fact, let me see.
I think it should read higher from 18.
Luke 10:18.
From 19.
Verse 19, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions. You're speaking to the disciples here, even when the 70 was among them before they departed. And over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you, because when you read this in other accounts, there was glorifying. And this is like the demons, the spirits are subject unto us in thy name. But Yahawashi say, hey, forget that, no, brother. Here's what you are to be glad for. Verse 20, notwithstanding in this rejoice not, that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice. So there's something you are to be glad for, because your names are written in the book. So you're in heaven, right? Because we say, I can't remember if it's in the Apocrypha, all that are written in the book. At that time shall thy people be delivered, all that shall be found written in the book. Because unless you've been given that mark of exemption spoken about in Ezekiel 9,
Also spoken about in Revelation,
7th chapter.
7th chapter.
Here in Ezekiel 9, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, and the person he's speaking to Yahawashi, through the midst of Jerusalem, set a mark upon the foreheads, 9:4, right? Upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So what?
I said to me, Mark, and the rest are angels when them go through the city and them see that mark on your forehead, slay.
Every like, man with his destroying weapon in his hand. Go ahead.
Just like in times of the Exodus, if you didn't mark your doors and the doorposts with the blood, the angel was going in and ending you.
Destroyer.
Yahawashi was going in, because that's what the angel was. Yahawashi was going in and ending you.
Exactly. So what if you don't have that blood on your forehead and this time? If you don't have that blood on your doorpost and this time, then your bread butter, your eggs boil, your fish fry. They John 15 and reading from verse 16 again, set the mark. He chose the ones who he wanted to save, right? Being predestinated from the foundation of the earth, or as we know, right? Ephesians 1:4-5. John 15:16, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of my Father, ask of the Father in my name, again, Revelation 6:16, 17, 15, where it is, they said, hide us, right? That was what men asked, is to hide us. And then on top of that, Ezra asked the question, who will deliver me in those days? So we know the elect asking questions. Asking questions are, could we escape this judgment, please? right? Should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you, right? Watch therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape the things that shall come upon the earth. No? No, nobody will. Listen, let me look that one up for me there. Watch and pray always. Right? I think that Luke.
Yeah. Luke 21 and 34.
21, 24, yeah. Yep.
34.
Good.
21, 34. And take heed to yourselves, thus at any time your heart should be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life.
Distractions.
And so that day come upon you unawares.
The day that in my heart, the day when I return, right?
For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth.
They're going to be trapped. Go ahead.
And the scripture talk about it, thief in the night.
Yeah, he coming as a thief in the night, yep.
I'll get after. Verse 36, Luke 21, 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man.
And to stand, because a lot of men going to have their head low before it is chopped off. As we're telling you. To stand and for the Lord to come and say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Or instead of having your head bow and your cower and in fear, I walk up there and say, lift your head, man. I ain't judging you. You get spared. But the rest of them, chop their heads off.
Fuck off.
The elect want YAHAWASHI to save them from himself. You have it there?
That is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Right.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Because what?
But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. Ye are not of the night, nor of darkness.
So
therefore let us not sleep, as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation.
Right, because, in fact, read verse 9.
For power had not appointed us unto wrath.
There are men who are appointed to be destroyed, Esau, son of perdition.
But to obtain salvation by our Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach, who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him. But I mean wake or sleep, meaning you die defending the gospel.
Because what we understand here is that he won't save the rest, you know. He coming here on a mission to destroy. So he's going to, Lord willing, we be a part of the elect. And I'm going to say that one. In fact, I will say that because I hope to be a part of the elect. But rather, God willing, right, we're speaking about the elect here. He's going to save the elect from himself. But the question here is, you know, what about the rest? They will not be saved. Because again, as we read in Ezekiel 9 and 5, he said to the others, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go through the city and smite utterly all young maids and little children, but come not near upon any man upon whom is the mark.
And begin at
my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Right? He's not going to save not the elect. He's going to save the elect. He's not going to save the rest. Just one quick one on that. John 3 and 19. Yep. John 3:19. Go ahead.
The book of John chapter 3 and verse 19. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
Right.
For everyone that doeth evil hated the light, neither cometh to the light, as his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in Yahweh.
Because remember, Yahawashi is coming to reward every man after.
We should have read from 8.
From it?
We should have read from 17. For power sent not his son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he had not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh.
Which is what Yahawashi, because what? Again, he's going to render every man a recompense for the works that they wrought, their unbelief.
The scripture says coming to reward every man according as that we are.
Revelation 22, and you could read from verse 10, Baba Kosha.
Revelation 22 and 10. And he saith unto me, see not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand.
Right.
He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
So continue in your lot that I have set you in. When I meet you, you're going to be in that lot, whatever it's going to be. Right? The wicked going to be the wicked, the righteous going to be the righteous. Go ahead.
And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his works shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs and sorcerers, and whoremongers and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever love it and make it a lie.
Right, so what? He's not going to save the rest. Within are the people he saved, and the ones who were left without were dead. He killed them, right? Yahawashi is coming to save the elect from himself, and the salvation going to be a photo finish. Right in the last, as the nuke drop, right? There's it is like Job 5:19.
Right.
You could even go to Job 20:23 as well.
That's the one I was thinking of. Job 20:23. You get that one. The book of Job chapter 5 and verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in the 7. So like in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
It is Psalms 91 speak about no evil shall come near thy dwelling, right? Because what? The evil, the 7th trouble, who's bringing that? Yahawashi. At the sound of the 7th trumpet, he shall make his return, and he's going to scorch this place with fire. Job 20 and 23.
I'm not reading in Job 5. Job 5 and 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword, being the nuclear missiles. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the destruction when it cometh, because I brought the eyes of the elect. You can be up in the chariots watching.
Right. Yeah. I think they Job 20:23. When he is about to fill his belly, right as he's ready to finish and finally accomplish his plans, if it were possible, he shall deceive the very elect. He even speak about no flesh should be saved, right? In Matthew 24. So if this man is allowed to continue on the route he's going, nobody going to be saved. It's not going to have any elect for you to come back to save, right? Job 23:20. Power shall cast a furious wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he's eating. So even just saving from himself, he's also going to save you from Esau coming down on you, right?
Keep going.
Right? He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
Good.
All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. If fire are not blown, the arm have come to send fire on earth. What if it already be kindled? Yeah. If fire not blown shall consume him, it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Because what? Ultimately, Yahawashi is also saving you not just from the wrath he's going to administer, but the wrath that is going to be administered by Yahweh. 2 Ezra 16, the arrow shot from all ends of the earth. Talking about a sword here. Yahweh speaks about the glittering sword. What if I lift my hand to heaven? With his sword shall be lifted unto heaven, and shall come down upon all Idumea. Bathe in heaven, and shall come down upon all Idumea, the people of my curse to judgment. He said, what? Be not partakers of her sins. Be not cut off in her iniquity. Not every Israelite is going to receive that. We know he only came to save the house of Israel. Again, this salvation is going to be a photo finish. It's going to be close. 1 Peter 4 and verse 18. Read 16 actually when I start from. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, Mashiach Yom, a believer in YAHAWASHI, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify power on his behalf. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of power? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? What's going to be the end of them if the righteous going to scarcely be saved? As soon as a new kid grown serious, you get beamed up. Wisdom and Solomon 5 men go get beamed up before that. They'll count this man's life as madness. Why are you saving he and not me? The salvation going to be a very close one. Very close one. Right? Then shall it be known who are my chosen. You don't even know who going to get saved until they get saved. You don't even know who's going to be saved until they get saved. The salvation is going to be close. I tell you to read Luke 21:28. Dana, we could close with this one. In fact, you could read from verse 26.
From 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, upon the earth the stress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
YAHAWASHI.
For the powers of the heaven shall be shaken.
Coming to shake this kingdom from its roots, root it out, and pelt it into fire.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Right.
And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for redemption draweth nigh.
It's going to be a hairline breadth, furlong to furlong, neck and neck. It's a photo finish.
Before was then neck and neck right now.
That will say the remnant saw the destruction of the Most High, and they were frightened. They began to give power and glory to the Most High. They praise them with songs, and the elect shall praise them with songs. Because what shit gonna get hectic? It's gonna be a close save, but it will be safe for the elect. I know it shall be well with thy remnant.
I know it shall be well with they that fear power.
With they that fear power. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, and that you edified. YAHAWASHI is coming to save the elect from himself, right? There's a couple of brothers here from the Heralds of YAHAWASHI camp, Brother Maya Shara. We like to end this video by giving all glory, all honor, and all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh, right? Giving double honors, double unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who surely do rule well. To the men standing by the highways and byways pushing this doctrine, we like to say Shalom. And even unto the sincere Akwat, the sisters who sit listening to these lessons in silence, subjection and obedience unto their husbands, we like to say Shalom. Right?